EMP EDC back again with another knife video. So I was on Facebook or Instagram or something the other day, and I happened to come across a knife that looked a little different than what I'm used to seeing from the OTF market, and so I was curious about it. I went and started reading the post, and I saw that there was a knife called Slender Man. You know, everyone's probably familiar with the Slender Man urban legends, I should say, urban myths. So I thought it was interesting name for a knife, interesting look, and so I went ahead and actually looked them up, and I was kind of pleasantly surprised by the price. The price on them was $180 originally, but a couple of them were on sale for $140, and then there was one that was $170 as well. I actually shot the owner of the business a message, and he got back to me right away, invited me to text him and call him, and I actually did speak with him on the phone. And apparently his company just launched in September of this year, so it's very new. And I think he also has a Warncliffe version of this in the works. But basically he's constructing affordable OTF knives with an eye toward trying to make high quality knives but bringing them down to a price point that people can enjoy them and not have to worry about, you know, stretching the budget too much. So many of you do know in the OTF market, the major player, Microtech, you know, you're going to be in the $250 to $350 range, probably for an Ultratech, depending on which one you get. And for Guardian Tactical, you're going to be also, you know, up in the $250, $350 range, possibly even more, depending on which, you know, Guardian Tactical you're getting. And so he wanted to bring something in that, you know, $120 to $200 range, so people didn't have to stretch the budget. I thought that was very interesting, and, you know, I wanted to give him a chance. So he said that he used a Chinese manufacturer for his first run. His goal is to ultimately bring back the manufacturing to the US, but obviously he's got to work, you know, to keep that price point down. And in order to do that, you have to get well known enough in the first place to build a following, to drive up the production numbers. The more you produce, the cheaper it becomes to produce, et cetera, et cetera. So I think he was starting out overseas and hoping to bring that manufacturing back home to the United States. So this is a Chinese manufactured knife. So when I heard that, I obviously wanted to make sure, okay, I know We Knives are good. I know Rayot is good out of China. You know, so I wanted to know who his OEM was so I could decide for myself whether I thought this was going to be worth the money to go after. I also wanted to make sure it wasn't an OEM that's known for making clones or anything like that. So he told me he used Nemo knives. I had never heard of them. I looked them up. They don't seem to have any affiliation with you know, any of the OEMs that I was specifically worried about. And when I looked up the ones that I did find, I didn't see any obvious clones or still-on designs or anything like that. So I said, okay, you know what, I'll go ahead and give this a shot and see how the OTF is. So, like I said, he used Nemo knives. This is how it arrived. I have not opened it yet, so you guys are going to get to sort of see an unboxing, I guess, here, or in this case, an unpouching. So this came, I cut open it came in a bubble mailer, cut open the bubble mailer, and it was in this pouch. Have not opened the pouch yet, and I'm very curious to see how this is. I will be doing sort of a first impressions here, and then I'll be going ahead and doing a review down the road once I get a feel for, you know, the quality and everything else from using it. So first things first, a couple specs on this is from the pictures and the specs. It looks to be a very slim knife, and it looks to be decent size, length, and also it's in D2. So it's in I believe it's aluminum. I can't remember right off the bat. I believe it's aluminum, and it is D2 steel. So I'm going to be checking out the heat treat on the steel by using it as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and open up the package here. I'm about 4.5 minutes in. If you're still with me and waiting for me to unbox this, I'm sorry. We're gonna go ahead and do that now. So nice and you know, soft inside here, and looks like we've got a package. Anything else in here? Nothing else in here. We've got just the plastic here, and this is, wow, I knew it was going to be slim, but this is very slim. Okay, so first impressions right off the bat, just looking at this is very slim. So you got the Ultratech and you can see it's even slimmer than the Ultratech. The Ultratech is known for being slim. Those of you who saw my review of the Hogue Exploit, you probably saw it was much thicker, and so this much thicker than the Ultratech, and this is even thinner than that. So right off the bat, I see that. Let's see, lengthwise, it's about the same length as the Ultratech, minus the glass breaker, and it's a little bit longer than the Guardian Tactical 030 Recon 035, which is this is the 035. So let's go ahead and move these to the side. I am holding these out here because I do want to see the action of these versus the action of this one right off the bat. And let's go ahead and take a look at the machining on this. I really like the machining here. I like this gray. I think he offered this in both black and gray. I really like this gray. I think it looks great. And the design on here, the design on here I think is very nice as well, very appealing. It is milled into the aluminum. There are, looks to be 4 body screws on top, and they're an interesting pattern. The ergonomics on it right away, I can tell you, are pretty good for it being how slim it is. And let's go ahead and take a look at the firing, the actuating button. It reminds me a lot of the stepping that's on the Ultratech, so that's good. The Ultratech has a tried and true stepping, so that's very good. It says something here, Pat Dragon. I'm not sure where the Pat Dragon comes from. If you're looking at this, John, who's the owner of Slenderman, I should give the company name. I forgot to give the company name. The name of the knife is Slenderman. The name of the company is Everyman's Pocket, and it's Everyman's Pocket EDC. So the website is empedc.com, and I believe he's also on Instagram. I don't have his Instagram there, but you can visit his website and check it out. You can see what he has for sale. But he's got this model right now, and there's also going to be a Wharncliffe coming soon. The pictures of the Wharncliffe are on his Instagram, so check that out. It actually looks really cool. I saw it already. But the Pat Dragon, not sure about that. There's another dragon here, so sort of a dragon theme going on. I'm not sure how that fits with the Slender Man theme, but there's the Slender Man. So it's a little interesting. You have this dragon theme, you have this Slender Man theme, so that really does fit with the knife, the Slender Man, because that is the urban legend you're looking at, that figure there. But I'm really not sure how the dragon fits in. I do like the fact that the pocket clip has this ball on it to pass in and out of the pocket. I'll be testing that and seeing how well it works. And yeah, other than that, the machining on this looks very, very nice. Let's go ahead and fire it. Oh, that's smooth. That is smooth. Okay, so right off the bat, I can tell you this fires very smooth. Very, very smooth. And you have an offset blade, just like a lot of OTFs, so your blade is offset center, but that's not a big deal because you'll see that with a lot of OTFs. This is the Ultratech, and this is the Guardian Tactical. So some companies will do a centered. I think Benchmade, the Autocrat might be centered, but this is offset. But wow, this action is very smooth and very easy. So first impressions right off the bat, not only is it smooth, but this actuator fires really easily. On a Microtech, you sort of have to work it a little bit, and you know, a lot of people who don't have a lot of finger dexterity or finger strength will find that sometimes Microtechs can be difficult to fire. This one, I think pretty much anyone would not have an issue firing this. So if you have issues firing other OTFs, I think you'll find this one you can fire pretty easily. The only drawback to that, I think, would be that one of the safety mechanisms is that children have a hard time with this. So I don't know if children could fire this or not. Just, you know, be careful about leaving it around with kids around. But wow, this really fires well. Nemo knives on the blade here, and there's number 001 D2 60 HRC. So this is D2. They're saying it has 60 HRC. I don't know if that's verified or not. But the number 001, he told me about this. This is not actually serial number 001. There was, you know, this is a guy who's opening his own company, and there's communication issues with overseas. And so he had asked them to be serialized 001, 002, 003, and gave them sort of a mock-up of what that would look like. And they printed 100 blades with number 001. So rather than rerun them, because, you know, as a starting up business owner, it's probably difficult to do or too expensive, he made this the Gen 1, the Gen 001. So for anyone who has one of these, it's going to be Gen 001, and I'm not sure if he's going to keep the Gen 002 theme going forward, but it is something that's interesting, sort of a backstory here that I think is pleasantly funny and a kind of an interesting story to tell, in a good way, not in a demeaning or derogatori way. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with this. Very happy with the action. I can't wait to get a closer look at this on, you know, day-to-day use. But we're up at 11 minutes on a first impression. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. One thing I will say is that this blade reminds me a lot of the aesthetic of the Boost Blade Smoke. So the Boost Blade Smoke is a front flipper. For those of you guys who don't know, it is known for being very, very, very slim. And I have a feeling this will cut and act, if you've ever owned a Boost Blade Smoke, like the Boost Blade Smoke. And that was a really popular knife. I could really see this coming in and being popular as well, especially given the price point here being between 140 and 180 bucks. So excited to get additional use out of this. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that when I do come out with the review for this and hit that notification bell, you can get a notification that will tell you when the review is ready. And I believe I'm the first channel reviewing this knife, so I'm very excited to do that. Anyway, have a great one. Go ahead and like this video, drop a comment. Let me know what you think of this and whether you think this is a sort of something groundbreaking for the market. I think it's very interesting to see where the market will go after this. Thanks so much for watching.